So, someone gave me a cigarette. Awesome. I should be smoking, but these, I don't know what they do to camels versus the King Mountains. They're way better than King Mountains. So, what was I gonna say? So going back to Astria, 2018 is when this all kind of went down. That's the women. Whenever you feel threatened or you feel like you might, it's threat casting is what it is. It has to do with the analog signal. The analog signal is defunct. They quit using it in 2007. These people need to be. We need to have some regulation, some sort of new regulation in the. I guess the pharmaceutical companies would be one. The telecommunications would be another one. That's kind of where it's coming from. Excuse me. But oh look, there's the chemtrail, or that's the contrail rather. So this all comes from Astria shutting down. They have one hospital open. They claim, my sources claim that, goodness, making me burp. Medical trafficking is a real thing, I guess, nowadays. These people, once you go in there and you submit to their rules or whatever, their regulations, their rules, there you go again, you have no rights, I guess. So that's a big problem in today's world, and well, it's just a big problem overall, because you don't know what they're doing to you in there, I guess. I've heard that they're, and this is just a rumor, it's a far-fetched rumor, but I'll put it out there, that these people who die in COVID, these other people take their place or whatever. So it's almost like a stolen identity. It's almost like a stolen identity operation they're doing. But going back to the Rotary, I guess I made another video. I didn't really follow it through. But the Rotary in Yakima is very corrupt. They're known for funneling money to their own project, their own, you can look at the downtown association, what they did with the farmers market. It's just a waste of money, I think, to put money into that type of thing, because it's like an elitist mindset they have in the downtown association. You're either with them or you're not, and I'm not with them because I don't know what their end goals are, essentially, if you will. I don't know. I've always been under the assumption that the women, the feminists, whatever, the divine feminists, are responsible for that. That's just what it is. That's because it makes sense to me that the men, they're trying to pit men against men, in order for some kind of civil war conflict, if you will. And then some women are supposed to come on the scenes and say, "Hey, we need to stop fighting. We need to stop doing this. We need to, hold hands and sing Kumbaya," essentially. So yeah, I don't think it's a good idea. I think it leads to a very dark and dreary place. My suggestion would be to open up Astria. Number one, it would create a whole bunch of jobs. A lot of people lost their jobs due to COVID. So I think that would be a good place to start. I mean, I think it's a really bad idea to just have one hospital open. I know that I'm not saying close this hospital. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying open up Astria. Take the funding away from these Rotarians, because they're international people anyways. They're like, it's like a cartel, you know what I mean? They say that what's his name, Zelensky, has ties to the Rotary. No surprises there. And you can make the assumption that Ukraine is fighting for sovereignty, and yeah, sure, but they're freaking corrupt, so they're fighting for their corrupt sovereignty. I wouldn't excuse me. I wouldn't go there, as far as, stop giving Ukraine money. Ukraine is a country, it's a foreign country. Where's the United Nations in all this, you know what I mean? So stop giving Ukraine money, start giving money back to the United States so we can build infrastructure up and not destroy the country like they're trying to do, I guess. My suggestion would be to open up Astria. It would create lots of jobs. It would diversify, you know, it wouldn't make it so much of a gauntlet for the medical industry, for medical trafficking, whatever you want to call it, etc. So that's my take on it. Yeah, that's one of the things. But what else was I going to say? Heck, I guess that would be the only thing. Well, not the only thing. I went off on a little tangent with the Freemasons. Not all Freemasons are bad, mind you. It's like a fraternity to some people. That's completely fine. It becomes an issue when the men or whomever are in the lodge are led around in circles or whatever, because I'm almost certain it's the women doing this. They have an agenda. Like I said, they want to be worshipped as goddesses, or they think it's their time to rule over men. I don't know. I think it's a bad idea because most women aren't familiar with history, especially war history, World War II history. I think it's a bad idea. There is an issue with cryptocurrency and intellectual property. They think, well, in case you aren't aware, cryptocurrency, people are cryptocurrency. I'm considered cryptocurrency. Anyone is considered cryptocurrency if you're a person, a human being. The technocrats claim it's ownership over you, and it's not. People aren't aware of it. That's all it really is. And it's a bad idea. It leads to a very bad, dark, dreary place. They consider humans as, tokens, a representation of an actual asset, if you will. So let's say I'm represented by this leaf or something like that. That's a digital representation of a real world tangible asset, right? i.e. cryptocurrency. It can be a picture, a painting. All it does is represent an actual person, or an actual, sometimes it's a group of people, right? That was weird. My neck kind of like spazzed out there, but yeah, all it is a representation of a tangible asset. And it's bad. So if you aren't aware, you're aware now. We're considered property in a digital form. It's not fair. It's not right. It has nothing to do with the Constitution. It's not rooted in freedom and liberty. It's rooted in, how do you say? It's rooted in slavery. Intellectual slavery, etc. There's nothing really to panic about. The more people who are aware of it, the less effect it seems to have on people. So keep that in mind. If you aren't aware of what cryptocurrency really is, you're a cryptocurrency. So when they're mining for cryptocurrency, they're mining for your data, your metadata, your preferences, your interests, etc. And they're selling it back to you in some weird feedback loop. I'm not going to really go into detail. I don't think I have enough memory now, but that's pretty much the gist of it. I explained to that gentleman that COVID is just, you may look at a certain, oh, look at that, look at the airplane. Where is it? There it is. That's cool. I like aviation. I don't know what kind of airplane it is. Oh my gosh. Where was I going? So COVID is like when you see something on a car or a message, the letters may change. It might, how do you say, flip around, or may have a hidden message or something. And you may think, oh, there's something wrong with me. My eyes aren't working. My brain's not working. That's actually just the technology, the 5G affecting your mind. It's every millisecond. What is it? The 5G has they say 1 millisecond latency, which is pretty freaking fast. And if you take that into consideration, they can do a lot with that. Just that statement, 1 millisecond latency. That's fast, And they want to connect people's brains to the cloud. They have Amazon cloud software, etc., IBM, etc., etc. So there's really two things you can do. You can create legislation to ban the 5th generation technology. It's only causing harm. It's only causing grief. I'd go back to 4G. 4G is fine. If you want to create a place where there's 5G and people can vote for it, that's fine, but I wouldn't recommend it. It's very dangerous, in my opinion. So I guess that's it for now. Thank you.